Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. One of our fans here has shared out a very interesting clip with me. A video clip I want us to have a look, after which, as usual, we are going to dissect it to see exactly what it means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. For any other person who may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's proceed.
My name is Sarika, and I've lived here my whole life since I'm now 27. And this morning my parents were picked up outside my gate by cops, and a few hours later people just came in and started breaking in the gate and digging holes to mark the fence.
So do you know where your parents are?
I have no idea where my parents are.
Where were they arrested?
I have no idea why my parents were arrested either.
Have you spoken to the man in there?
I have not spoken to anybody.
Okay. So you have no idea where they were arrested?
No.
How long have you lived here?
Since I was...
So 27 years basically?
27 years, yeah. Since I was a baby, I've lived here my whole life. This is my home.
Okay. Thank you. You're chilling in your home, some random guys come arrest your parents, and then they take over your land and they fence it. This is Kenya. Nabado, you know, when you tell you about good governance, you don't care. Say, oh, it's only the poor suffer, not the rich are suffering as well. That's why you must fight for good governance. So the man praying over there claims he owns the land. Maybe he does, but he hasn't served this family with any document. He has taken over possession, and the family are in police custody. They have lived here for 27 years. And we have people fencing off part of their land. We just took a part, that part. But I think within time, the whole land will be gone. After all, it's Kenya, unless they fight back. Keep fighting.
Yes. If that's actually true, then it's a fact that the land grabber and the police are in a collusion. And that's pure anarchy. Kenyans are no longer safe in their homes, and generally Kenyans are not safe. Some rogue elements can just rob you of your property. And I still remember some few months ago when some goons invaded Uhuru Kenyatta's Northlands farm and started subdividing it. And the claim at that time was that Kenyatta's family had grabbed land from the hustlers. And now you are seeing that and nobody's land in this case is now just being grabbed. Somebody is not actually known. So nobody is safe in this country. Kenyans are no longer safe. Whether you are rich or whether you are poor, Kenyans are no longer safe. Before we dig deep into this, I want us to remind ourselves of some words of wisdom from Martin Niemöller, Frederick Gustav Emil Martin Niemöller. Niemöller was a German theologian and a Lutheran pastor. He was initially in support of the Nazi rule. And actually, when Hitler came to power, this German preacher really supported Adolf Hitler. Later, when he turned critical of the Nazis' rule, he was imprisoned. And he wrote this poem that has really been quoted the world over. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Martin Niemöller. That's a poem that has been quoted the world over. Niemöller was a German theologian who supported the Nazi rule, and he was seen as someone who was in support of the Nazis' aggression on the Jews. Later, when he became critical, he was arrested and imprisoned. He was sent to some detention camps. These words of wisdom are very relevant to what is happening in Kenya, and more specifically on that short clip we've just watched. I'm very sure that that homeowner, it might be possible, I'm not saying that that's what he was doing, it might be possible that as protesters were being maimed and maybe being killed, he saw no need of speaking against that because he believed such injustice could not be met on him or on her. So as the protesters were being maimed, it might be possible he or she saw no need of speaking out. And now you are seeing that an injustice has now been met on that homeowner. As other Kenyans are on the streets demonstrating, some other Kenyans are saying they're busy on their farms. Saying they're busy on their farms, which is like an insult. The new constitution, just as Raila put it some few days ago, did not come as a result of being in farms, but it came as a result of protest and agitations. Mandago was arrested some few days ago, and I'm very sure that Mandago might have been among the few leaders supporting William Ruto and among the leaders who might have supported the police brutality on how the police was arresting leaders and you are being taken to some unknown destinations. Mandago or maybe some other leaders supporting William Ruto's government, at one point in time, they might also face the police. So if at all they never spoke against the police brutalities, then it's only a fact that they will also face the same police brutalities and the unorthodox way the police have been treating Kenyans and some elected leaders critical of the government. It's actually incumbent upon every Kenyan to speak out against an injustice. Because if you don't speak out against an injustice, it's always a merry-go-round. Today you are in power, tomorrow you might not be in power. The short video confirms that Kenya is actually heading in the wrong direction. There is anarchy. Leadership is failing this country, and it's now a fact that we are being led by criminals. We are being led by criminals. And the criminals are now taking advantage of their close proximity to power to actually grab or maim or to injure from other people. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. In case you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like, and to any other person supporting, or rather to any other person who may want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Let's meet in our next analysis.